All right, so it is the next day of NovaCon. People had various late nights of parties, of get-togethers. Some people just kind of squirreled away in their rooms. Um, so, what kind of panels are people on today? Let's start with Schwarzschild. What's your daytime schedule looking like?
Ooh.
Oh man. I would probably do I want to do something related to my powers. So maybe like how many like workshops something here? Almost like a super strength in you. Like, what's it like to have super strength
Okay, yeah,
in the
kind of
world?
people like getting in depth, like people like a sort of the nitty gritty of it, like various super strengths. Um, there's another guy who on there, and like you guys are sort of getting into it. There's like a quantum physicist on the panel there, like going on to like, well, this guy is super strength because he literally quantum channels the quantum energy through his physical muscles, whereas for Schwarzschild here, I believe here you focus more on density based abilities. So your strength comes from literally like the density of the manifestation of quantum powers that you can channel, right?
Yeah, that's right. I have sort of a baseline density that I have that's a little bit more than the average person. But then when I uh, turn on the juice, so to speak, it really ups the density.
So that just goes to show what I've been trying to get into everybody's heads here is that even though all novas channel the same energy, it really is about the individualistic manifestations of the power that control the manifestation of it. And that is all centered in the psychology of the particular nova. Their initial manifestation of power sets them into certain modes of thinking about how to channel the power. And it is a fascinating field of study that blends the disciplines of both quantum physics and psychology and sociology, which is the premise of my upcoming thesis paper, which I hope some of you have the access to read when it gets published. But so that wraps this panel up. Thank you, Levon. Thank you, Super Beast. It has been a pleasure talking to both of you about how quantum power manifests through physical strength.
Thanks much. Sounds like a good book. You can write it.
I am absolutely working on it, and it'll be out there in a couple of months. So the panel gets let out, and where does Schwarzschild head from there?
Um, Probably to I purposefully got a lot of the meet and greet stuff done yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I consider that to be Schwarzschild's booth time, essentially. For the audience at home, we've all worked cons.
Oh yeah.
So booth time.
Yeah.
Usually, if you get a free ticket into a con, you have to work for something like a booth, and that's just the time that we spend at the booth. Sorry, explaining the joke. Anyway, so I think I probably will hit up like the dealers hall just to see what all's there, and I'm sure if there's any merch from team or teen tomorrow, I'd love to see what all they got.
Yeah, there is like the dealers hall is kind of bifurcated into two sections. You basically have the official booths where you have all of the official branded merchandise, the stuff that makes you money, and then kind of the fan works sort of craft projects. There's a lot of for lack of a better team, OC Novas that are represented here. Basically, there are a couple of like people who are doing like actual fan works of actual Novas, but definitely those are people who don't have like nightmare lawyers working for them. Who don't, or there are some Novas who don't give a shit, and because these are real people and not like actual intellectual property they're talking about, there's a variety of whether people care or not. So which of those halls would attract Levon a little bit more?
I would very much want to go to the more DIY fan stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it is a grab bag. I mean, you've got some really creative, interesting stuff going on, and you have some hot trash. You know, the dark corner of the adult section looms large in the back, where, you know, and then there's, you know, various posters and dolls. You know, there's fan like screenings of fan productions. It's a real weird grab bag of stuff.
Hmm. I am terribly curious and mortified.
So Sovereign, what would Sovereign be up to on the, you know, Friday afternoon of the next day of con?
She is in a panel that is essentially how to do an apology video. And she sort of has like a little slideshow that her and Lauren put together of like famous apology videos, and then
Aw.
like a couple of her apology videos showing like how she constructed them. Yeah, it's one of those things where people are like, well, were you not sorry? And she's like, yeah, I was, but like I wanted you to believe me.
Oh Christ, that's so brilliant. That's so terribly brilliant. Yeah, I mean, like you have people here who are like, some people who are like Sovereign super fans, who are just eating up every word. Then you have like the people who are here to watch like the train wreck. Like anyone with an ounce of self-awareness is just like, oh God, what is she?
They're
But they
just like,
can't
oh, what a monster.
But they can't stop but pay attention. They just
Yeah.
can't.
So yeah, after that panel gets let out, you do have some free time at the con. Where would Sovereign gravitate towards?
She'd catch the tail end of the Schwarzschild program, because she can't be there in person. She has all these things, but think about it. There's all this Schwarzschild content that's happening right here in the same building, but there's only one of her.
Oh no,
And so
what a
she's
tragedy.
Oh, no.
gonna like, I know, if only there was more of me. And so she's gonna run over and try to catch the last bit of that. Them talking about his powers, and she's just like absorbing all of it.
Actually,
Because she has problems.
on your way over to try to catch the last, because Sovereign, you naturally have a natural magnetism to you. You can't help it. So I need you to make a roll to see if you can get there on time.
Yes.
Because you may just
Oh,
get
yes.
flogged by adoring fans that you can't ignore.
That's good. I love that. What should I roll?
Let's take a look.
We could go one of two ways here.
Mhm.
We could like make her do a roll that she wants to fail.
You want? Yeah, I'm totally down with it. You need
Yeah.
to fail the roll. This is sort of an inverse difficulty.
Yeah, considering.
Yeah, the better you don't want to do good, or you. So we definitely should. I think it should be a presence or command. I
It's
think
gonna be
I'm thinking-
presence attribute.
Yeah.
Presence culture, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and presence culture.
Let's do a presence culture, and then I have 1 mega in presence.
Oh
so.
boy.
Yeah.
Not failing this. Oh. I have 2 successes on this one.
Yeah,
Plus
so when
the scale, yeah.
plus the scale. So
Yeah.
the ironic thing is it was legitimately quicker to try and go through like the public areas than to try and go through the back ways, because it's literally just like 2 rooms down. But the second that you step out into the public area, just there's so many people and all of their eyes go to you, and like people start struggling with each other to try and get up to you, to just like get a word with you, to get a selfie with you. it is kind of a problem. And by the time you are able to like shark your way through this crowd, the panel has shut down and Schwarzschild is not there.
She laments in front of the doorway to that suite, just loudly lamenting, and then just being like, okay, well, I guess I'm done. Wait, but do I have to be done? Does anybody have seen Schwarzschild? She just like stops anybody. Like she has no sense of like, are other people busy?
Yeah,
Because for her, they're
no,
not.
you ask a few people, some people ignore, and then a couple people who have been following you, like just because you did well on that role, and you even though you got away from most of them, there were still people following you. They like jump at the chance to help you and assist you, and they are all like, "Yeah, I think he went over to the dealer's room, and he went this way." Like they're actually trying to help you.
Oh, thank you. All right, just like running.
Okay, so yeah,
You
it is continuing to be difficult as you sort of try and weave your way through the feeding frenzy.
So what I love about that is I'm running, trying to catch up with this guy, and Lauren is running, trying to find me to get me to my next engagement.
Yeah,
That is the beauty of that situation.
I love it. All right, we'll go to Aterrados. Now, is Aterrados has any interest in being on any kind of panels or any sort of official events at this convention?
No.
know.
Yeah.
So you have dodged all of the various like Latinx Nova panels or like any kind of panel that might want to have you on there. Which even though you're like you're kind of a low key guy, but you are a Nova, and that is like surrounded by all of these people and all of this attention and all of this attempts to rope you in to this culture. It comes to you that your life has well and truly changed, and you can't ever really be anonymous.
Yeah.
So what does Aterrados get up to on Friday afternoon of the con?
I mean, Aterrados is probably just he's attended a couple of interesting panels. And then after that, probably buys a book from the exhibitors hall and sits outside and enjoys a nice cup of coffee.
Okay. So here's what. All right then. So as you are headed out with your book, you just by it seeming random chance, you come to one of those intersections in the grand like alleys of the dealer's area, and you come upon Schwarzschild.
Yep.
He waves.
I'll wave back. Oh, I know that Circuit got in touch with Sovereign. Do I know if Sovereign has communicated any of what was discovered about the deep fakes to Aterrados?
I don't believe you do. I don't think that there's been any sort of cross contact as of yet.
Okay. I will, maintaining my previous pace, I will close the distance between Aterrados and myself.
As you sort of approach Aterrados, because of just your general dispositions as Novas, but also the crowd starts parting and phones start coming out.
What up?
Hey man, I wanted to say, well, it's weird to apologize for a fake video, but I hope you understand the video that was going around with me saying all that stuff was not legitimate. I know that you really only have my word to go off of, but I don't cotton to any sort of attitudes like were expressed in that video. So I just hope no matter no matter what else comes between us or doesn't, I just want you to understand that that was not real, and I don't want you to think of me in that way.
I mean, you could always make a gesture, donate to a Latino-based nonprofit. I think that could go a long way.
I reckon I could, yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Which one would you prefer?
I'm gonna put that onus on you. You do the research. You figure it out.
All right. I think that's fair. So long as you won't see that as some sort of admission of guilt on my behalf, but
Nope.
sounds good.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out between us.
Well, for that, I
Is
do
there
understand that
another?
you and you and Liberty Lad had a bit of a tussle.
Who's that again?
One of my teammates.
Oh. What tussle? Was he on the debate team or something? Did I?
I believe you gave him a bit of a reminder last time y'all.
Oh, yeah, when he dropped me from a significant height. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I wasn't there. I don't know what all was going on between y'all, but are you square with him, or is there beef?
I mean, I think our beef is fully under the context that we have different belief systems. So,
I
yeah,
suppose that's fair.
yeah.
You guys both notice by this point, because this conversation's in real time, there is a lot of people, and they are kind of circling you guys, all like basically either watching or recording everything that is being said, everything is being done.
Right.
You've kind of stalled traffic in the dealer's room.
And I look around. I'm like, man, they are literally circling us. You want to get out of here? Maybe find somewhere quiet we can just chat for a bit.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. I'll follow your lead.
I look up. Does this have any convenient skylights for flight capable Novas?
I mean, yeah, there are skylights. It's you probably would have to get up there to open one of them.
Yeah, they're not open right now. So and for after a moment, like as you're kind of looking around, you see a rather tall dark-skinned gentleman. He's actually hovering above the crowd, and he comes over and is like, "Is there a problem here? You all need to move along."
We actually were just looking to do that. You wouldn't mind popping one of them hatches open so we could get some fresh air? Do you mind?
Yes, I do mind. Just follow me. And he just kind of no nonsense turns around and floats away.
Okay, cool. And follow.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Yeah, he basically just follows you. You guys just hover over the crowd. I mean, Aterrados, how are you getting over the crowd?
All
Are you
right.
just walking through it?
I'll walk.
He'll lift his hair will spring out like spider legs.
Okay.
And then just start clambering over people. And if people
are
want
like,
to get air,
whoa, as they watch. Okay, flight. Everyone's got footage of Novas flying, but someone who's got prehensile hair, that's kind of neat. So they start like they don't follow you; they just are tracking you with their cameras as you guys make your way out of the main dealer's room, and now you're sort of on the street again.
Yeah, and as we cut from this scene, the camera zooms across to that dark adult only corner, as like this lone like fan artist like is just enthralled and is like quick sketching you in your like hair spider form, and you know who knows how the rest of that picture is going to come out.
Oh
God.
God.
Yeah.
Circuit, what is Circuit up to Friday afternoon?
Uh, that depends on if I have panels or if I am a free agent on Friday.
You definitely, I mean, being a member of Team Tomorrow, being just a Nova, could be on any panel you want to be. There's plenty of things that Circuit could be involved in.
Let me rephrase that. What are the mandatory panels that she has to be at for this con? Because she is a nerd at heart and totally has an old Nova like costume that's not her, that's like some like generic European Nova that she idolized and would totally cosplay as if she's not expected to be on a panel right now.
You can be totally in that mode right now if you don't want to be engaged in it. This isn't like, while you are a guest at the con and you are getting like an appearance fee, and there are like sort of a minimum number of like events that they expect you to be at. It's not like your schedule is completely packed with things that you absolutely have to do. There are things that you want to do, things that are, would be advantageous for you to do. You can definitely, space out your time to do the things that you absolutely have to do in order to, get that guest appearance. But yeah, so you are amongst the crowd, in your OC Nova costume of old. And it can be pretty unrecognized in that form. As you are checking things out, you're on your way to your next panel. What panel would she be going to?
Oh, let's see. Ooh, probably if there's like a streamer panel or
Sure.
a gaming panel.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a panel on that. Like it's Novas have other things to do with their time other than play video games and have people watch them play video games. Some do it, but this is more like Nova centered games that people find popular streaming. So this is actually one of the few panels that has a lot of baseline people on it, just talking about what games, what Nova franchises are best for that sort of thing. But in the middle of the panel, you don't have Spark with you, do you?
No, Spark's actually probably monitoring one of the others
Okay.
that she can't split between. But she does have her basic communicator on.
Yeah. So you're basically, your phone flashes a message. It has the image of a spider on it.
Huh. Okay.
And you look at that, and it's an announcement for a contest that is being run here at NovaCon, basically by like the Anasazi organization. And it basically is, it's basically a hacking contest. It gives you like announcement. There's, some secure data servers that have been set up, and the prize is entrance into a secret kind of hacker party late tonight.
Kind of and excuse me, sorry, pardon me, as she like quickly makes it to the aisle to get out of the room to get started on this.
Yeah, by the time you get out of the room, there's another notification, and the first ding on the sort of the leaderboard is Synapse.
Of course it is. All right, Nemesis, it's go time. She'll crack her knuckles and pull it up and start with the first node and try and locate where it is.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an Enigmas roll.
I will. Enigma's int?
Sure.
Ooh. Just Okay. That's a 2. I got 1 success, but I do have a mega int of 2.
Okay. Yeah, you start cracking down that first node. It's not hard to get it. It takes a little bit more time than normally you'd think it was, but you're excited and you're surrounded by people. Sovereign,
What's up?
I'd like an empathy roll from you.
Of course. Of course. Empathy. 1. Empathy in what? Just raw empathy?
No, this is you picking up on something, so probably a mental attribute, like probably cunning or something would probably be appropriate.
Yeah, we could do cunning. Let me see. 3.
Yeah, so 3 successes. As you are on the hunt for your friend, your special guy, you do catch a sort of a flash of blue passes you, and you clock circuit with her her head in her phone, like tapping away, oblivious to the world as she like passes right by you. She is not wearing her like branded Teen Tomorrow, like she's obviously dressed down, but you know, you recognize her face and like the hair under her like hood.
I'd be able to recognize that hairstyle anywhere. Where's she rushing off to? I'm going to choose to give in to my petty nature, and I'm going to go bother her. And then she just sort of turns around and begins to go towards follow in her footsteps.
Oh boy. Okay, so Schwarzschild and Aterrados, you guys are able to extricate yourself from the dealer's room and start to head somewhere private. Aterrados, you know about that sort of a private bar that you were at last night. It's not too terribly far away from where you guys are, so that's probably a good place to hit.
Yeah, I'll lead them there.
So yeah, it's like one of the restaurants in one of the big hotels. It has kind of a back room that seems to be apportioned to like Nova only area. You see it's a different bartender back here this time, but it's a nice quiet space to have a conversation.
Nice. All right, what'd you need?
I just wanted a chance to talk. I know that you know Fawn. She doing all right?
As far as I can tell, yeah.
That's good. What is your philosophy?
I believe that humanity has reached the upper limits of its potentials, and that it needs Nova guidance in order for there to ever be peace in this world.
But you aren't a part of Utopia.
No, Utopia's soft. It's kind of a silliness. Utopia plays at revolution, but nothing really changes.
It's only been a few years.
If I had an organization, if I was leading it, all we'd need was a month and we would have had things taken care of.
So I promise I'm only pushing your buttons a little bit here, but how is the lack of effective revolution on behalf of your organization somehow not indicative of its own worthlessness?
The Terrigens allow us to be free and to pursue the things we want to. We're not beholden to corporations. We aren't beholden to social media, or at least those worth any damn. If I had my way, a lot of people would die tomorrow. And I think that's where we disagree on some things.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on the whole people dying thing.
See, you play at Revolution.
Revolution doesn't have to involve death.
People keep saying that, but it's never happened.
There's never been novas before. I mean, if you really are the next level of human existence, if you truly do not believe yourself beholden to things like human laws and ideologies, then why are you so hung up on human notions of revolution?
Because it's a baseline. It shows what we can expect. Novas, for the most part, aren't that different. And whoever will lead this world to a peaceful place will be a very particular Nova, one that I'm sure is around somewhere. They just need an opportunity, a gateway to become ahead of everything. It's up to us to remove the obstacles. CEOs, presidents, Congress members, all these people have lived far too long, and their seat of power needs to be ripped from them.
I just don't see that as resulting in peace. Like, you'll get what you want. You'll get a world where those people are no longer in power. But can what results from all that violence and bloodshed truly be considered peace?
Peace isn't the absence of conflict. It's just the right way of things.
And who gets to decide that?
The Nova, whoever is gifted enough and with intelligence in order to lead humanity, that Nova. I haven't found them yet, but when I do, I think I'd probably become a little bit more aggressive. Right now, I'm biding my time, and well, I still would like to take care of some business, but even if I kill every single person in Congress, they'll just be replaced. But it'll happen. The Nova will be a beacon, and I'll follow in, and I'll remove the obstacles, and then there'll be peace.
How are you so sure about this?
This is my conviction and belief.
Schwarzschild.
Yeah.
As he's finishing saying that, your phone goes off. There is a message waiting for you.
I take a look at it and see who it's from.
It's from Alexander. It says, "Can you explain this?" With a big question mark, and it has an image attached to it. The image is of you and Schwarzschild in the dealer's room, and it states, "Team Utopia apologizes to Terrigen."
Oh no.
I put the phone back down. Fuck that guy.
You put your phone on mute. Not today.
Not today, Satan.
So we'll cut back to the floor of NovaCon, where Circuit, you are still on your phone tapping away, getting things. I'm assuming you've brought Spark into the combat as well.
Yeah, I would have had pulled Spark like as soon as she got up in the hall, like summon Spark back so it can start orbiting around her as she like periodically like switches from the handheld to tapping a few times on Spark and back and forth.
Yeah, by now you kind of have a map of places that you think you need to go. There are some things that you've basically got a layout of NovaCon where there are various like data hubs that aren't connected to like the opnet or anything. You think you need to get closer to them in order to activate them, but you think you know generally where those things are. And Sovereign, how are you intercepting Circuit as she goes about her business?
Let me think. Let me dig deep into my petty heart. I know I could just ambiently fuck with things.
Yeah,
And so
you
I
have that
might.
awareness of like how you can tweak reality around you.
I'm not only going to give. I'm not only going to create an error. I think that messes with Circuit specifically. I think whatever I'm gonna mess up, I think I want it to just fudge everybody's good time.
Okay, so what are you any specific thing you want to do with that, or you just want to put chaos out into the world?
I'm putting chaos out into the world, baby.
Okay, so you spend an instance of your reality changing power.
Let me mark it.
I'm adding some dice to the collateral pool.
Not a bad idea.
That is
and yeah, there is a sort of a muffled thump coming from one of the walls of this sort of grand exhibition room, and sounds of like splashing and rushing water, and then like this torrent of water starts coming from the bathrooms.
Oh no.
As just like something must have gone catastrophically wrong with the plumbing system in this place, and now you can only imagine dirty water pouring out all over the floor, like coming out in a real rush, like something really bad must have happened. And Circuit, you give me an athletics roll, Circuit.
Yeah, no,
Pick
she's
up all
gonna
your
try
stuff.
This is gonna be terrible. Athletics decks?
Sure.
Oh yay. At least I am sort of good at that.
Yeah, you're pretty decent.
I'm just gonna climb the nearest tall person like a tree.
This is what I have Spark for. Where'd that die go?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll roll another. One success.
And do you have any mega dexterity behind that?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, yeah, you
She attempts to like grab Spark and like pull herself up to balance on top of it, and I assume she probably just like doesn't make it and just falls splash into the water.
Not with one success. You don't fall.
Oh,
but
thank God.
You do get like, yeah, you see like the flood coming, and you jump a little bit. So you just kind of like splash into a like suddenly forming puddle that is becoming the floor of this place. So you make kind of a big splash of not very clean looking water. Whereas Sovereign, you've managed to get yourself up onto a booth.
I actually would like to just the nearest tall person. She's just like, hi, can you actually hold me up for just a moment? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost on instinct, this person just responds to your charisma
Thank
and
you.
picks you up.
Oh no, can you put me up somewhere high so my boots don't get wet? Thanks.
Yeah, you just kind of get put on like an information booth that's high up from the chaos.
As this chaos is sort of happening and people are like scrambling, there's suddenly like you hear like like something moving through water very rapidly, like mini splishes, like somebody running very very fast, and you see a couple people like they're in the way of the water coming out, and then they disappear, and they are like just down the way, and then suddenly in both of you guys' vision, a woman hits one of the actual like concrete walls of the building at like full speed as she slides on the water, and she's like just knocked out. It was obviously a Nova going at super speeds.
Oh, ah.
Yeah,
Where's
and
security?
Circuit, you cannot help but notice the like cackling laughter of Sovereign sitting up on like a fan booth a couple of yards away.
Seriously?
Oh no! I think somebody realized that wipes aren't flushable.
Oh my god, you are the worst.
What? I didn't do anything. Keep going. Come on, solve the puzzle, Circuit. Come on, 5-minute Nova.
Don't you have somebody you need to be stalking right now?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Excuse me, sir. Could you please take me to the door? And she just like leans over and just like points at somebody.
I'm gonna have to ask for either a command or a persuasion roll on that one.
Of course. Let me see which one.
And there are people who, like, in the midst of the chaos, like compulsively pull out their phones when they notice Sovereign talking to someone, and like when the name Circuit gets out of your head, out of your mouth. Like there are a couple people. Most people are panicking and like trying to get away from the water, but there are some compulsive internet stalkers who cannot help but like take pictures of the two of you.
All right, this one is 2, but I do have 1 mega in presence.
Yeah, it is. It is as though you just short circuit his brain, and you have like you have this random tall dude will just pick you up and carry you towards the door.
Thank you. You could just put me down over there. Thank you. All right. Have fun, everybody. Just cackling down the hallway.
Freaking worst.
Fucking monster.
Can I like send a message or like intercept like walkie-talkie security to let them know that there's an injured woman over here and also that the pipes have bursted on this level?
You're pretty sure they know about that, but you do send some message regarding that, and yeah.
Within a minute, you see a man, a younger man. He's moving his hands, and the water is starting to collect and move in front of him like a wall, but it's perfectly dry behind him. Obviously, he is here for such contingencies.
All right, I'm gonna go back to tracking down this node. I am gonna send Schwarzschild a warning that Sovereign might be after him soon because I told her to go back to stalking somebody else.
Yeah, so
a good thing to do.
Yeah, back in the bar, Schwarzschild, as you are like looking at your phone in frustration and putting it down, you see a ping from Circuit.
I'll hit it real quick and just see.
And it says what you said.
Hey, sorry, Sovereign might be coming after you. I told her to go stalk somebody else for a while. Have fun. Smiley face.
Well, Aterrados, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with me. I think that we're not going to agree on much outside of the whole making the world a better place. But still, I appreciate that. It's good to know that it's just good to know that you are the person that you are. Yeah. Say hi to Fawn for me.
What you just said is a very odd thing. I hope you know. But whatever. I will let Fawn know that you said hi. Yeah.
All right, so Schwarzschild, you're gonna head out.
Yeah, I'll head out. I'll make sure to put a couple of bills on the bar, even though I don't think I ordered anything, just because service industry sucks.
Yeah, he'll take it. No complaints there. And what are you going to be headed to?
I'll try and track down where Circuit is. So I'll reply to Circuit. Thanks for the heads up. Where you at?
She'll actually send you like the map that she's working on. She's like, I could going to be probably at any of these places. There's this really cool thing going on, and she'll just like, then they'll just see like 3 dots and she's just typing a large amount of text.
Oh God.
Yeah, you're able to make your way over to her pretty quickly.
So Ananazi's totally running this thing where he's set it up, and it's going to be so cool. It's a super awesome puzzle for hackers, and we have to go and try and find all these hubs, and then we have to connect to them, and it's going to be awesome, and that's where I'm going to be doing for the rest of the time. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
And you realize you got about 5 minutes to get to the next one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and there is still like a lot of chaos, and you know, the people are, even though the thing is getting cleaned up, it means that like people had to reroute. So there is definitely a crunch here on the situation.
Do I think it would be better to go through the back tunnels?
Yeah.
Give me a larceny roll.
I will do that, and yeah, larceny. What's my attribute?
Probably definitely something mental, so probably the like probably cunning would be probably the best.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, give yourself the extra success from your mega cunning.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Absolutely. You are able to absolutely key in on like the back tunnel way to get to the next node point, and you definitely get there in time to start the hacking. Schwarzschild, are you pairing up with her, or what are you doing?
Could I spend an inspiration to run into him?
Sure thing. Yeah, you can definitely be there at the right place at the right time. But let's
Okay.
Schwarzschild, are you going with Circuit?
Yeah, my goal is to get to the next place where she's going to be at.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, Sovereign, you just sort of like on instinct let your sense of probability and where you need to go to sort of take over. And almost at the same time, you guys arrive at this it's a maid cafe that's essentially set up, but they're all like, everyone's like Nova themed in their cute little maid outfits, where the next node is. So essentially the 3 of you just sort of converge on this point at the same time, and you know, you have seconds to start your hack circuit, but you do see her just show up like a ghost.
Like a dark specter.
I'm there waving like, hi Circuit, and just Circuit from you in horror movie slow-mo. You see Cassiopeia just slide in behind me.
Yeah, you can just run, the red hair just appears.
She just kind of like looks, is like, just like
Small Novacon.
As she grabs Circuit, I am Circuit. As she grabs Spark and just starts going away at the
All right,
latest
so
node.
your eyes on the prize. It's going to be another Enigma's intellect roll for me, please.
Okay. Good stuff.
There is either I would say there's either added complication or added difficulty due to her frustration with the situation now that Sovereign is here.
Yeah, let's go with a complication. Complications are fun. It's going to be a 2-dot complication. Essentially, if you don't buy off the complication, it will be like an obviously messy hack that might not give you much. Like, you'll get the job done, but it's clear to anyone who's like following up on you that you did a really messy hack.
Let's see.
There is don't forget you guys have, I believe,
5 momentum. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 momentum on hanging right now, so you can use it.
Yeah, it's a Nazi, so it is a talent. A talent made this.
Yeah. You probably won't be able to
that.
use your skill trick on this one.
Damn it.
Please use momentum.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Let me go ahead and use 2 momentum, and we'll see how this goes.
Overcome the
2,
darkness.
3. I have 3 successes and mega int of 2.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to hit that milestone. You're able to buy off the complication,
Yes.
and you have yet another node to go. So you've got one more node that you need to hit in order to get the invite. And there are like 3. There's a total of 6. So you need 3 to get the invite, but there's like mysterious benefits for getting more.
Yes.
But yeah, so Circuit, you are head in your phone, like interfacing with Spark, while Sovereign and Schwarzschild square off and meet in the middle of this cute maid cafe. How's that? What's that look like?
I've been trying to find you. It's a big small Novacon.
You having a good time?
Yeah. I'm having a better time now. And so the look that she gives you might as well have made the sun. Like the adoration from how she looks at you is like impossible to. I mean, you might be able to ignore it. Let's be honest.
So are you putting the whammy on him?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I just want you to see that she thinks you could solve all of the world's ails.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably really good for your self-esteem. I don't know.
All right. So that's probably, we're gonna go with persuasion. I would say probably the best.
Yeah.
Persuasion or empathy versus your integrity roll.
All right. Let's face off.
I have Iron Will.
Yeah.
Yes.
That will, because she's using mega attributes. You'll only get 1 success, 1 enhancement from that.
Okay.
Do 10s explode in this
They
game?
do.
All right, don't tell me what you roll, because I'm gonna roll my own. Let me do composure integrity.
Okay.
And I would like 1 point of momentum.
Yeah.
Sure.
Take it.
You have 1. You guys have 2 left.
All right, 10s explode, so that's 3 plus 2 exploders. 4, 5. 1 more exploder. 5 plus 1 for my Iron Will, so 6 total.
6 as well.
6,
and I have a mega in present.
That's gonna push her over.
So Schwarzschild, despite your like trepidation and like awareness around this literal monster, you cannot help but feel like a wave of like sincere admiration and appreciation just like hit you, and it's like you see a bit of like genuine humanity shining through from her weird presence that she normally gives off.
Did you still want to do that coffee date? I mean, I kind of like pushed it out of you or whatever during that concert that a couple days ago and whatever, but I think, is that still on?
I had a talk with Fawn. Fawn, she got the wrong idea, and
wrong idea about what?
She thought that you and and I were an item, but
Oh, that's just because she missed the part where you dropped me. Way to go, dropping girls, hero.
you were fine, weren't you?
Yeah, I guess. No, I wasn't fine. My ankle, it was twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take me out on a date to this maid cafe right now. Please? Are you busy? Are you doing something very important right now?
I'm here helping Circuit do her thing.
Circuit's got this in the bag.
There is like the classic anime dotted outline where Circuit should be.
Yeah, she's already run off. She's like, can't talk, busy. Gotta get all 6.
Oh no, she left you here. Oh God.
Don't worry. Circuit's in the middle of winning a very big, very important competition that she'll definitely win.
I'm hoping so.
Oh yeah, she's very talented at hacking.
So, all right. I will sit down in this maid cafe and talk with you.
Okay.
But it's just talking, all right?
Okay. No problem. There's no strings attached. It's no fun that way.
Oh.
I want to get to know you. You're really cool.
And I'll just like sit down. It's like, all right, why do you think that?
Why do I think you're cool? Like, why you're cool or what?
Yeah. Why do you think I'm cool?
Oh, I love the down to earth, country boy sort of feeling that you give off. Like you're humble, but you're like strong. Like you're powerful, but like you don't have like a big head about it. And that's super rare to come by. I admire that sort of thing. You're like a cool Nova. I love cool Novas.
You understand that a lot of that's just because it's been like cultivated by Utopia, right?
Are you actually an asshole?
I mean,
what's your worst trait then? Disillusion me. Are you fiscally irresponsible?
No. I don't know.
Okay, then what's your best trait?
I'm just trying to think. I reckon I'm not always the best judge of character.
Even for yourself? All right, I would actually like to do a roll, Scott.
Okay.
I want to read him, and I want to essentially give him an answer that appeals to him.
All right, that is definitely going to be an empathy roll.
Yes. And for that one, I would like. So, would that be a cunning empathy?
Sure.
Or what?
Cunning or intellect?
All right, let's go. Let me see. Okay, so I have a eidetic memory, like the maxed out version of it, and I have seen every possible thing about this guy.
Okay, yeah, that'll give you the enhancement from that ability.
Because I want to tell him an answer that creates some sort of emotional response in him. Anything.
Sure.
All right. 3. And I have 1 mega and that other enhancement.
Okay, so yeah, so that'll be I think eidetic memory. How much dots do you have in eidetic memory?
2. Hey Scott,
okay.
your icon space is doing a thing.
Uh-oh, why am I angry?
You're very angry.
There we go.
Yeah, I have the 3 dot in eidetic memory.
She's got the 3 dot one. Hold on, I'm looking it up real quick. Eidetic memory photograph. Yeah, she gets, if you want to give her all, she has 3 extra enhancement.
Okay. And Schwarzschild, are you attempting to be any kind of guarded here, or like what would you think an integrity roll in response to this would be warranted given your current state?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
He's a bit out of sorts.
All right. Okay. So she gets a good read on you, and what would be a response? What is she? What she gets what she's after. So what would that be?
Yeah, something that elicits something like a a a very emotional response from you.
What was the tenor of the conversation immediately before? Like, what was it that we were talking about?
We were talking about what's a good trait about you, and you couldn't like answer honestly. And so she's going to tell you.
Something about his parents. Ask him something about his parents.
Something about his parents. Your parents are dead. Go for it. Okay. Let me see. So something about your
I'll
parents.
say I'll give you something for that. I'll basically say like, with all of your heroics, I bet you made your parents really proud.
Okay. It just kind of comes off to me that something about you was raised right. People don't just do this, right? Are your parents proud of you?
And with that, Schwarzschild will activate all of his mega density, like just reflexively in a flash of very powerful negative emotion.
Okay, so there is a palpable rushing inwards as like a small gravitic field comes. You start to glow blue, and there's like shock from everyone here at this maid cafe. And that's where we'll end it this week. Tune in next time to see where things go from here on Aberrant Atomic Youth. Don't forget to follow the characters on Twitter to see more of the story, and follow Simulacra RPGs for updates on the show and the channel. If you'd like to support the show, you can subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels at Simulacra TV, but the best way is to go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios and become a patron. A big thanks to our $5 and up patrons. You keep the story going, and we couldn't do it without you. Until next time, remember, your legacy is our future.